Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where memory is a key ingredient. How beautifully your mother looked at a wedding, and even more so yours. Who doesn't miss grandma's meatballs, huh? Well, the holidays are coming, and what better time to give a gift of remembrance? It makes you laugh and cry at the same time. What if a gift for grandma's recipes, or just because those smiles and tears will just melt your heart? Call Karen Shaw, Picture This Photo Books, at 646-798-0809, or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bring your memories back to life. The whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show on over 30 podcast platforms and the MikeWagnerShow.com, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple Music, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today, and check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise at themikewagnershow.com and on Amazon.com at the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, makes great gifts for loved ones 24/7, 365. And don't forget to check out the Mia Molson-Zia store on Amazon as well, too, including great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. Check out the merchandise like T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, and throw pillows, lots of great goodies. Check it out, Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. And don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM as well as PayPal. And don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show generously at themikewagnershow.com. Make sure you do so today. We're here with a terrific lady who's out of Zimbabwe, and she's a founder of AAYLF, which is American African Youth Leadership Foundation, and the founder of endchildmarriage.org. And we'll talk about that. And the youth leadership, it's a nonprofit to end child marriages and focus on education. And she's originally from Zimbabwe and lived in Philadelphia, and she's back in her homeland right now. And she also witnessed girl child being sold in the marriage, and some as young as 10 years old, get married to men in their 60s and 70s. And she'll tell you about just a great opportunity. And this program gives young women the opportunity to postpone the marriage and focus on education, living an independent life, self-sustaining, and of course, just be great people as well, too. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios, somewhere in beautiful downtown Zimbabwe, and just an amazing lady. Ladies and gentlemen, the founder of endchildmarriage.org. She's known as Miss B. She is Bongai Mhloyi. Ms. B, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you so much for having me. It's actually in the middle of the morning here in Zimbabwe. It's 1 a.m. on Friday morning. So good morning to you.
Well, good morning as well, too. And in fact, I'd like to offer you a little cup of coffee here and just to get you going, or if you want to stay awake, have you a little something more to drink. So we'll have that. So, oh, many of us love coffee anywhere you go. That's what's great about this program as well, too. Is somebody could be listening at 1 a.m. right now, which is great. So, so not only you're the founder of endchildmarriage.org, you're also the founder of AAYLF, which is the American African Youth Leadership Foundation. And you originally from Zimbabwe. You also live in Philadelphia. You come out to Zimbabwe, and you also had a situation where you actually witnessed a girl child being sold into marriage. We'll talk about that and how you got started and how this program gives young women the opportunity to postpone marriage and to focus on education, sustaining a young life, independent, and more. And before getting to all that, tell us how you first got started.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I was born and raised in Zimbabwe, and as a child, I think it was around somewhere in the 70, like the late 70s, early like 79, 1980. I was a 12-year-old girl, and here we go. My grandfather, my mother's father, we lived in the same community. So one day, all of a sudden, this young girl came to my grandfather's house, and we had no idea who she was. And my mother told us that, we kept asking, who is this girl? My mother kept telling us that that's your grandfather's wife. You have to call her grandmother. And we were like, okay, how do I call her grandmother? She's also the same age as I am. So she went on to explain that this girl was married off to her father because her parents was very poor and they needed some money. So they went to my grandfather, who was considered a rich man in that community at the time, because he was not like monetary rich, like a millionaire or anything like that. So he had a farm, he had uncountable, so many goats, so many cows. So he gave 10 cows to this girl's father in exchange for her to come and become his wife.
Wow.
So that's how she ended up being there as his wife at 12 years old. But, because we're about the same age, we became friends, and she kept telling us that she didn't want to be there with my grandfather. She was horrified, because, sometimes you can also imagine yourself, or myself, I now imagine as a 12-year-old girl and be forced to live with this man who is 75 and I'm only 12, to become his wife and be prepared to become a mother at such a young age. I mean, she was crying all the time, and she wanted to school. She told us that she wanted to become a nurse. She wanted to continue with school, but that didn't happen because of poverty. She was married off to my grandfather. Anyway, fast forward, she ran away 2 years later from my grandfather, but she told us that she didn't want to be there. She wanted to run away. So we promised that we wouldn't tell, because she said, don't tell, because if you told him, she was going to come after her. So we didn't tell anybody until 3 months later. That's when we told our mother that, she told us that she was going to run away because she didn't want to be there. But anyway, time went on. I grew up, everybody grew up, the girl ran away, but I never forget about this girl. She kept, coming back to my mind. She kept coming back to my heart. I kept thinking about, how she felt. So when I came to the United States in 1985 with my husband, I went to school. My husband went to school as well. We finished school, and I started working, but I kept thinking about this girl. So, as I was working and I was getting a little bit money, I started thinking about girls in this girl's situation. She had run away, of course, but there were so many girls that were in her situation. So I said, maybe I can start a non-profit organization. Maybe I can start helping girls like this, because that kept bothering me, because I was like, okay, 12-year-old with a 75-year-old man, and a lot of my friends as well, they kept dropping out of school, and I kept thinking about that. So when I started my non-profit organization, my mission was now to help girls, to make sure that, because this girl wanted to become a nurse and she couldn't because of poverty in her family, and what happened to her. So my organization, our mission, like you said, is to empower girls like these, through education, to keep them in school. So what we do, we raise funds, we do fundraising events, we raise funds, and we give scholarships to these girls so that they can stay in school. So that's basically how I do it. And up to my organization was registered in 2010 as a 501c3. So I would say I've been running this organization for the past 10 years. And since then, we have had so many girls that came through our organization. I have about 20 girls now that have graduated. They are working now, they got married, and they got to choose the husbands they wanted to get married to. They fell in love, they got married, and the best part about it is they chose when they wanted to get married. They were not forced into it. So whenever they got married, it was their choice. Just like I also had the choice to get married to my husband that I fell in love with, and we got married when we wanted to get married. But a lot of girls, they don't have that, choice. They are forced into getting married. So so that's how I do it. We just raise funds, we give scholarships, we keep them in school. My motto is like we keep them carrying book bags instead of carrying babies. And we have about 85 girls that are in school right now. So
Wow.
I'm pretty happy. Yeah, we have about 85 girls that are in high school, and we have about 3 girls that are in college right now. But next year we will have more than 4 girls, because some that are in high school now, by next year, they have graduated from high school and they continue on. Some will continue on to go to universities, and some will choose to go to technical schools,
Oh,
but it's
wow.
their choice. Whatever they want to do, they will continue with what they want to do. So,
I,
yeah, that's how I do it.
I was going to ask you something about, the girl that you're talking about wanted to go into nursing. There's technical schools. And what are some of the other career options that these women can go into, like, nursing, technical school, or say with computers, IT, and everything like that? What are some more common ones, and what are some of the more other ones that they can explore when it comes to career options?
Okay, so the most in Zimbabwe, teaching is like one of the most popular occupation that people will do after they finish high school. They will go to teachers training school, and 4 years later, they are already working. They finish because teaching school. First year they go to college. Second year they go to teaching practice. Third year they come back and they go back to practice again, and then they come back. They graduate, and after that they get placed in whatever school is looking for a teacher. So a lot of the girls, they go to teaching, and a lot of them they go to nursing. Those are the popular occupations that the girls go to. And some girls will go to culinary school. They will
Oh
go and
yeah. Oh my gosh.
culinary
I
school.
I love
Yes,
culinary school. Yeah, it's making me
yes.
hungry already.
So a lot of them, because after they finish their program in the culinary school, they can become a chef in big food industries. They can actually open their own restaurants to become their own bosses. They can become business entrepreneurs, because it's kind of easy. Everybody, like you say, everybody wants to eat. Who doesn't want to eat? So wherever they
And
are.
people want to learn to eat too, and learning in general.
So, wherever they are, they can start that, small business, and they can hire other people as well. So that's kind of popular here. But, some people will go to computer side, they can become IT specialists. We have a girl that completed the program, but she went to college for business in finance. So now she's like a business consultant, and she works with businesses, bookkeeping and accounting, and she also runs her own business where she can also employ other people. Yeah.
Wow, that is so amazing. And you guys really have a great thing going as well, too, especially with AAYLF. And you got an amazing organization. We'll talk more about that. We'll also be getting into endchildmarriage.org as well, too. We'll discuss that. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosensia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Mosensia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Mosensia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and Amos. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Mosensia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where memory is a key ingredient. how beautiful your mother looked at a wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss grandma's meatballs, huh? Well, the holidays are coming, and what better time to give a remembrance that makes you laugh and cry at the same time? Whatever gift for grandma's recipes or just because, and I know you love grandma's recipes, right? All smiles and tears will just melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw. Picture This Photobooks at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Widener Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photobooks. Bring your memories back to life. The whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. And don't forget to check out the Mike Widener Show merchandise at themikewidenershow.com. Also, check out the Me and Molson Zia store on Amazon.com for great books, merchandise, and more. Take the Mike Widener Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Widener Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today. And don't forget to support the Mike Widener Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWidenerShow.com. Make sure you do so today. We're here with the founder of AAYLF, the American African Youth Leadership Foundation, and EndChildMarriage.org, Bongai Mhloyi, here on the Mike Widener Show, best known as Ms. B, as we're talking here, and EndChildMarriage.org, and you can tell us about that. And just one more thing before we talk about it. One question popped to mind: what is the legal age in Zimbabwe to marry, especially for women?
Marriage,
Yeah,
it's 18.
it is 18. Good. Okay.
Yes, yeah, it's 18. So the rest of the country, they, like the government said, 18 and above, you can get married, but 18 and below, you are still a child. So, what happens with these early child marriages is that there are some other communities in the country that are still believing in the cultural beliefs that happened like way back, back in the 1800s or, earlier. So some communities are still stuck in that. So they don't care where you are 18 or whatever. So what they think is like, especially for girls, as soon as you turn puberty, you gotta go get married. And the boys can stay home because they are going to continue on with the family name. And the girls will go get married and then they change their names. Like, how we change our names after we get married. So they say, why do I have to spend, so much money putting you through school, and then after that you go to somebody else? You might as well go now. That's their mentality. And a lot of them is due to poverty because, for example, let's say somebody has 6 children, maybe 4 girls and 2 boys. He has 6 children to feed. So if these 4 girls, as soon as they turn puberty, they go get married. He marries them off to someone and gets something out, from the man. It doesn't matter how old the man is, and most likely the man is the father's friends or people that he knows in the community. He sells them to the people that he knows, and he gets something out of it. So now these girls are no longer his responsibility because they are married now. The man takes over, and he only have a few children at home. So that's how they are thinking. And also some communities, there's a church in Zimbabwe where again they still practice the cultural beliefs, the backwards cultural beliefs. They will marry young, very young children, 10 years old, 11 years old,
Wow.
and they will say, oh, the spirit is telling me that you're supposed to be my wife and stuff like that. But it's just a terrible situation. We had a case in Zimbabwe that happened a couple months ago, not too long ago. She was born, her parents were going to this particular church, and she was 14, got married off to one of the elders in the church, became pregnant, and she died giving birth
Oh my
because
gosh.
her body is not old enough to give children. So it was a big story, and a lot of people kind of talk to these people in the church, try to educate them to say that this is not right. Look what happened. And it's not only this child that we knew that she died. A lot of them died and nobody knows. So it's a lot of children that are dying through these early marriages, early forced marriages. So I mean, it's just it's not a good situation for these girls to be in. So
hmm I also thought about earlier too that you told the story about how you witnessed, and in exchange you had 10 cows, and I guess the question is like, how long did the cows really last? That's the thing.
yeah, so what happens is when they get these 10 cows, Now he can sell 5 cows or 6 cows, whatever it is. He gets money out of it by selling the cows, and he can maybe slaughter 1 cow and use it for meat for his family. And cows, they reproduce. So as he is feeding his family by selling the other cows are having more cows. So that's how they think. And in some cases it's not even 10 cows. Some cases it could be 6 cows, whatever the guy said he will have. And in some cases it might be a couple, hundreds of dollars, maybe 300, $400. The girl can go and he gets the money and he uses the money to support his family or to do whatever he wants to do with the money. Because in Zimbabwe and other African countries, when you get married, they do the lobola. If you do it the right way, the right channels, people that get, like when I got married, my husband still had to pay lobola to my family. They will, it's just like something to make the relationship stronger. That's how that's how they say it makes the relationship stronger between the two families. So they pay something, and it's a ceremony that happens. It's like a wedding, and they introduce each other, families. This is my aunt, this is my uncle, this is my sister, whatever. But it's like a happy family. But in these particular marriages, it's not like that. They actually take the girl against her will and go and dump her at the husband's family. And for example, when this girl came to my grandfather's house, she was dropped off by her father and her brother. And I witnessed her crying when they left, because they came like today, and then the next day they went back to their home and left her there with this strange man that she never saw before. So of course she was horrified, she was crying, and they left her there.
Mm. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that is something. Wow. It's like you're just being
Yes, yes.
blown away by this whole thing. And right now, I'm just at a loss of words when it comes to girls at 10 being abused and everything else, and they're put into forced marriage and everything. And of course, I guess just one thing. It's like how can we help?
In so many ways you can help, and it's not that much that we have to do to save these girls. So the good thing about it is that the families of these girls, especially the mothers, they want their girls to do something better with their lives. They want their girls to continue with school, because themselves, they were child brides. Most of them were child brides themselves. So they know what they went through, and they don't want their kids to go through the same thing. But the fathers, they're the ones who say, oh, let her go get married, let me get something. So what it takes for one girl to stay in school is $300 US dollars, $300 for the whole year. She can go to school, and that covers her school supplies, her school uniform, and her school tuition. $300. So what I usually do as an organization is I make the problem aware, make people aware, like we are doing now. We are making people aware that this problem happens, is still there. We are in 2021, but it's still there. But we are looking for sponsors who can sponsor a girl. So if you sponsor one girl, I usually send you a picture of the girl, her background, what is her backstory, and you continue to get school progress throughout the whole school years. So you can continue to become connected to her. So $25 a month, we can continue to pay for her school fees. But we look for people, sponsors that could be committed to this girl, because if you sponsor $300 for 1 year, that's great, we appreciate that. But next year, then she's vulnerable again, because we need another $300. So I usually say you have to be committed for 4 years, because it takes 4 years for her to finish high school. So it's $300 for each year for one girl to finish high school. And once she's done high school, she has more doors open for her. She can do, a lot of things. At least now she can become independent. She can be successful. She can, what we want is for her to be self-sufficient, and also to, when she chooses to get married, she can support her family, she can support herself, and also send her kids to school. So that's how people can help, by sponsoring. But we don't say, oh, if you don't have $300, no, we don't want you to help. No, some people have sponsored $5. It all is up.
So,
Some people can pay, whatever.
so it can be just like they can just pay any time, or can they just like commit to a cycle, or they just say, "Hey, I'm having a little problems. I understand." And some people have done, 5, 15,
Yes,
25, and everything else. And some have given like $500, like for college. And from what I understand, sending
yes,
a girl for a whole year of culinary school was like $1,000, or if you do one quarter, like
yes.
350. It's like that one make
Yeah.
you just literally hungry to help. It's amazing.
Yes, yes, yes. Like I said, yeah, it doesn't take, so much when we compare with American dollars, because I remember when I went to school there in the United States, and sometimes I had to pay $500 for one textbook. But that $500 here in Zimbabwe, it stretches out, and it can help a girl who is in college pays for the whole semester, for the whole semester. And again, like you said, yeah, culinary school is 350 for the whole, because they have to stay at the school while they are learning their thing, learning, how to do their thing. So yeah, it doesn't take so much.
Hmm. And once again, how can people donate, and how can people help endchildmarriage.org, and also the AAYLF? Let's say, how can they donate, and how can they help?
Okay, so people that are ready to donate, they can go to my website, which is www.endchildmarriages.org. There is on the homepage is and all the pages is just a click of a button, click donate button, and you get all the options. Whatever you want to donate, all the options are there. And with the click of a button, it's like a step by step. You can't miss it. So just go on my website, or we can connect on Facebook, we can connect on LinkedIn. And I've had people who call me. I don't mind, I can share my phone number. They can call me at 484-356-8935.
And what's the number again?
484-356-8935.
Even if it's 1 in the morning in Zimbabwe, I'm sure they can call you. So I'm kidding.
Call me. I can wake up and get the phone.
But you have to have coffee first too, done by your culinary student as well, going through the whole year. So, and of course, I'll remind myself, if I want someone to cook for me, I'll get somebody from Zimbabwe. I'll send them a little something. It can just come up and cook me a good meal. I trust them. So
I'm actually being treated. I have one of our girls. She is in college. She's doing hotel and what is it? Hotel and management, and what do they call it here? Hotel management and culinary, something like culinary, because they have to learn how to cook. So she's visiting. She came to see me when I came to Zimbabwe. She's at my house for the weekend, and she is cooking us some delicious meals. And oh, I'm being fed. I might be 10 pounds heavier when I come back to the United States.
I'm hungry for some. I'll talk about and what's coming up for you, amazing Bongai Mhloyi, in just a minute. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. Also brought to you by Picture This Photo Books. Remembering is the key ingredient. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. We'll be back with the founder of End Child Marriage and also the AAYLF, the American African Youth Leadership Foundation, Bongai Mhloyi, or best known as Miss B, after this timeout. We're back with Miss B of the endchildmarriage.org and also the American African Youth Leadership Foundation on the Mike Wagner Show. You've just been amazing and very inspirational. And just a few more minutes here, and we'd love to have you back as well too. What can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, especially with your organizations?
Okay, so what I'm expecting is to get bigger and bigger. And my goal really for 2021 was to have 100 girls sponsored by December. So like I said earlier, I'm up to 85 girls. So I have 15 more girls to go to reach my goal for 2021. But even if I reach my goal for 2021, I want to continue because although we'll have 100 girls in school, but we have a lot of girls that are still on waiting lists that are waiting to go to school. So I want to continue with my mission. I want to continue with what I'm doing, getting these girls out, from those situations and keep them in school. And hopefully, in the future, I will go to other countries because it's a problem that happens not only in Zimbabwe, but in other African countries as well. So that's my goal.
And that's certainly amazing. Looking forward to it. And who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
My biggest influence really is my mom because when I was growing up, my mom was my mentor and she taught me what I know now. And she taught me how to have a good heart. She taught me how to never look down upon anyone. And that's really how I became, because I could say, oh, okay, I witnessed that girl. She ran away, and that was the end of the story. But growing up, my mom loving people was one of the things that my mom taught me. And other people that as a grown woman now, other people like Oprah, like, Michelle Obama, a lot of people are my mentors, but it all started with my mom who taught me how to be the woman that I am today.
And
So,
did a great job as well, too. God bless. And what's the
thank
best
you.
advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Okay, so I would say to anybody that's listening or that's, caring to listen, um, don't hesitate to help anyone who is vulnerable or anybody who is less fortunate. There is always a story behind everybody, behind every face that you see, there is a story. So don't judge. We can say, oh, these people are selling off their girls, but there's always a story behind what they are doing. So don't judge, just take the story as it is, and if you can help, don't be afraid to help. It doesn't take a lot to put a smile on somebody's face. Sometimes it takes only $5 to put a smile on someone's face. So let's spread love all over the world, not only within our families, all over the world.
And you're doing a great job as well. Once again, Bongai
Thank you.
Mhloyi, best known as Miss B, the founder of EndChildMarriage.org and also the AAYLF on the Mike Widener Show. A very big thank you for your time, Miss B. You've been absolutely fantastic, very inspiring. Looking forward to having you again soon. And keep us up to date, keep in touch. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, what's your website, or your websites, I should say, and how do people contact you, and where can people simply donate or just simply inquire, just check you out.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me here tonight. Thank you so much.
And the websites again.
The website again is www.endchildmarriages.org.
And we certainly will do that. Once again, Ms. B, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date, keep in
Thank
touch, and look forward to having you on. And you definitely have a great future. And we definitely wish you all the success.
thank you so much. Thank you.